Hello, what's going on everybody? Joshua here again with Reasonably Prepared, and I'm out here at beautiful Lake Bob Sandlin on a camping trip with the family and wanted to go over my 6.5 outdoorsy things that you should go out and buy because they are going to make your life a whole lot easier in general. So let's get into it. Hey, what's going on everybody? So there are a myriad, like a whole plethora of things that you can go out and buy and that are just, you know, outdoor survival gadgets type stuff. But these are just a few things that I use consistently and want. Hey, what? Hey, don't forget to tell them to subscribe and like the videos. Yes, I know. I was going to do that at the end of the video. I know, but also don't forget to tell them that they have to hit that little bell, otherwise they won't get the notifications. No, I understand. I usually save that for the end. I know you usually save it to the end, but right now I also want you to tell them about our merch. If they go to reasonablyprepared.com, they can click on merch and look at our t-shirts and our hoodies, which are awesome. Yes, I had planned on it, but you're interrupting my video. Yeah, but do they also know about Patreon? Did you tell them about Patreon? No, I was going to wait. Tell them about Patreon, Reasonably Prepared, if they want to support the channel. Okay, I will let them know. Thank you. Don't forget to tell them about the affiliate links below if they want to go buy this cool stuff. Okay, thanks for the advice. I'm gonna go back to filming my video. Okay? Okay, that's fine. You do that. I'm gonna get back to hunting school. Okay, anyway, let's get into the video. All right, number one. Number one is knife, or knives, or knife, or one, or many. I own an array of knives, okay? I always, no matter what, have a knife in my pocket. This is the one outdoorsy tool, I think, or tool in general, I think every human being should own. All of my kids have one. My wife keeps one in her purse. I always have one in my pocket. The ongoing joke with me and in our family, if someone says, "Hey Dad," or "Hey Josh, you got a knife?" I say, "Am I wearing pants?" So it is endlessly the greatest tool a human being could own. And I'm going to preface this by saying a quality knife. Now, quality knife doesn't necessarily have to mean expensive, although sometimes it does. This is a Benchmade. I've had this for 15 years. It has served me well. It's like a $90 knife. But in the description below, I will leave links to this company here. And this is a Mora, the Mora knife. And these can be had for between $18 to $25. They are extremely high quality, hold an extremely good edge. They have a carbon steel version and a stainless steel version. Every single person in our home owns one of these knives for fishing, hunting, camping. We keep them in our vehicles in case we need to. Honestly, sometimes we just make peanut butter and jellies with them. Sometimes we do all sorts of stuff. But the number one tool I think everybody should just own, whether you're outdoorsy or not, is a good quality pocket knife or fixed blade knife. I could go on and on and on. I may even do a whole video on the reason why the knife is the greatest thing you should own. So number one is make sure you have a quality knife. Number two. Okay, so number two is going to be a water vessel, some water container, and I recommend that it is single wall lined. It's not double. The double walls are your coffee mugs, your things that keep things hot or cold for a very long time. This is a very inexpensive stainless steel mug. I keep one in my truck. I keep one in a backpack. I keep one in the. I just keep these around because I can put them directly on the fire and cook out of them if I need to. I can just scoop up water. If I've got a water purifier, like a tablet or something, I can cook out of it. I can drink water out of it. I drink coffee while I'm in camp out of it. Single wall lined water vessel. An open top like this is good, and then a closed top with a lid like a canteen. And I always recommend stainless steel instead of aluminum. You can get the aluminum if you like. I just prefer drinking out of stainless steel because it doesn't have that metallic-y taste that aluminum gives you. But some way to store and drink fluids out of will make your life so much easier to just keep in your vehicle, in your backpack, in your camper, with your tents, all times. I find that I use them constantly. It's so convenient and always great to have is a single wall lined stainless steel water container or vessel or cup or canteen or whatever it is you want to call them. So that's my number 2. All right, number 3. Number 3 thing everybody should just have is some way to start a fire. Now there's a number of ways to do this. This here is called a magnesium and flint square or rod, where you shave off the magnesium with the blade and you strike it and you get it under your kindling and start a fire that way. This is called a ferro rod or ferrocium rod. Is another way to start a fire. Throws a very hot spark. I don't even know if I can. This one kind of sucks. Here. Did that translate at all? Anyway, my number 1 way to start a fire is this crazy invention that is the most awesome of all fire starters, and that is going to be the lowly Bic lighter. Not the Scripto ones, not all the other ones, the actual Bic lighter. This one, they make the mini one, which fits super comfortably right here in your little pocket. But I don't even smoke. I don't even smoke, but I'll always have a Bic lighter. They're small, they're inexpensive. These are only a few dollars. This is $1.50 at a convenience store. You can get them anywhere. They last for a really, really long time. And these should really only back up or reinforce some other real consistent. Look, it's 2021. If you want to learn how to use these, and I say you do, that's good to have, but let's use modern technology to its fullest advantage and buy a package of these. We keep these in our packs, in my pocket. I keep one in my truck. Please have some way to start a fire on you or really close by at all times. That'll be number 3, some way to start a fire of the things we should all just have. All right, so the number 4, outdoorsy type thing that actually will make your life a whole lot better and you can use in a plethora of ways. It's gonna be some illumination device or a flashlight, specifically a headlamp. It's good for security in your home. So if there's an intruder or you need to walk around and not bother other people, you can just turn on the flashlight or the headlamp and go. If you break down on the side of the road, you can throw your headlamp on and change your tire or look in your vehicle to keep your hands free. Packing for this camping trip, it was super dark, so we put the headlamp on. I'm giving it to you now. Flashlight is always indispensable. You'll find many, many uses for it. Heck, I even keep one on my keychain at all times, just so I can see in the event that it's super dark and I have to. And they're really good for ghost stories. All right, number 5, some type of good quality rope. My dad always told me, Josh, one can never have too many knives or too much rope. You can live anywhere, survive anywhere, do anything if you've got enough knives and enough rope. And so what have I done with this rope? I have made impromptu clotheslines while we were out camping and hunting to dry clothes on because they accidentally got wet. I have lashed this up to hold things down to my vehicle because they were loose. I have used this to actually bundle this around and make handles to pull game up after I have taken an animal, pig or a deer. I also use this to make handles for other tools I have, hammers and hatchets and things like that, to put around my wrist so they don't fly off. So cordage, rope, some type of good cordage. This stuff's really inexpensive to buy. It's light, it's easy to carry, it's super colorful, there's a million uses. Go out and buy some cordage, some 550 cord. It's awesome, it's cheap, it's good to have. Cordage. Okay, number 6. Number 6 is a hatchet. And you may be thinking to yourself, seriously, a hatchet? What on earth am I gonna do with a hatchet? And bear with me. I find that this is one of the greatest, most useful tools that I actually have. And I keep it in my truck at all times. And I have done a plethora of things with a hatchet. And I'll get into that in a moment here, but for anybody who might be like a suburban, not super duper outdoorsy yet, it's important to have a hatchet and learn how to use a hatchet. And I would recommend that you go buy yourself one of those fire pits for your backyard, right? Go buy one of the fire pits and get some wood and buy yourself a good hatchet, learn how to split kindling, learn how to build a fire, and instead of watching a movie or have everybody in the family just on their phones or on their devices, invite everybody into the backyard every once in a while for a family fire outing. Do s'mores, roast some hot dogs, do a mock camping trip in your backyard with your kids. The joys of being around a fire are endless. This right here is a marbles hatchet. You can get this on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description below. They can be had for about 30 bucks. Super high quality, great handle, natural finish. So if you just keep some tung oil on there or some linseed oil, put a good working edge on it. I mean, I bought this one at a yard sale. The sticker's still on here for $2. I got it home, put a new edge on it, and boom, I've got hatchets here for doing some of the things I already did, splitting kindling. The back of these are great for putting in tent stakes, driving in stakes for your tents while you're building and setting up camp. So seriously, it's a really versatile, really useful tool to have, is a hatchet. Go out, buy a hatchet. You'll actually thank me later. You'll realize, man, I have a lot of uses for this. It just stays in my truck. So number six is a quality hatchet. And my 0.5 little nugget that I like to give at the end of the videos is have a good backpack to put it all in. It's not good to have it floating around all over the place sometimes. Now there are sometimes, I keep my hatchet just in a place, or my things in a place, but it's so much nicer to have it all contained in one backpack in a central location. You can just put in your truck or in your vehicle and have conveniently at all times, and then you know where it is and it's ready for you to use. That's going to be it for today. Thanks for watching. You are all awesome.